Hello students, welcome back. So in previous video we have started with second chapter, that is nutrition in animals. I have given you one homework to do, and that was you had to find out various modes of intake of food of different animals. I hope you must have tried to find out. Let's discuss about some animals, how the process of ingestion they have. Okay, in last video we have discussed different steps of nutrition in animals. We have discussed different nutrients requirement of nutrients by animals like carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, minerals. This you have learned in class 6th in the components of food, right? So let us start. This is table 2.1. You have to be ready with your textbook and a pen or pencil, and you have to fill this table. This table is there in your book. Okay, so get ready. Table 2.1, we have 3 columns: name of animal, kind of food, and mode of feeding. Okay, mode of feeding means ingestion, how they take, inject in the body. That is mode of feeding. So name of animal, we have different names. Snail, right? Nowadays in rainy season you will be seeing this. Snail, what kind of food it eats? Insects, mostly insects, whether it is ant or whatever it is. Small insects. Snail eats small insect. So insect is the food for snail. Mode of feeding by scrapping. It is scrap. Okay, so scrapping. Then ant eats grains again by scrapping. You know scrapping is what? It's like this. Okay, how mouse do scraps? It breaks into pieces and then take inside. Eagle. Next is eagle, a kind of bird. Fish. The food is many kinds of food is eaten by eagle, but mostly in general we are talking fish. How it take it inside? Captures. It captures and then directly swallowing. Capturing and swallowing. Hummingbird, nectar. What is meant by nectar? It is the sweet fluid present at the base of flower, like honeybee. Honeybee also takes the nectar. Right? You must be having honey. So that honey is made by honeybee. So how that honey is prepared? What is the food of honeybees? Their food is nectar. They go on hundreds of flowers and they collect the fluid, the liquid, the sweet liquid from the flower, which is called as nectar. So hummingbird also takes nectar, but how? It sucks. Now sucking means what? It's taking the food inside the body through mouth. But how? It's creating vacuum inside and then sucks inside. Okay? Then lies blood on the head, right? The end or at different parts of the animal's body, it is present, and then it sucks the blood from the animals. Blood is the food of lice. How? Again, sucking creates a vacuum in the mouth. Vacuum is created and the blood is pulled inside. Then mosquito, again the food is blood. Actually mosquito requires blood for some other reason, for the reproduction process, but still we are considering here blood, and the mode of feeding is sucking. Okay, creating vacuum and sucking. Then butterfly, nectar. We have discussed what is meant by nectar. Here the process is siphoning. Siphoning is what? Siphoning means taking the liquid with the help of straw-like structure, like we drink coconut water with the help of straw. So here these they have special straw-like structures by which they take the nectar. It is called as siphoning. Then housefly, last example, liquid food there is a dirt outside in your area or in the home. So housefly, the food is liquid food and the process of taking food is sponging. Now sponging is what? Wiping it out. If you observe properly what housefly does, wipes. Like how we wipe. So it wipes the food. Let's do like this, wiping. Through wiping it takes the food inside. Okay. So this is what the different mode. One more we'll be discussing example. This is starfish. Here you can see the central part. Starfish have different its organs. So and how starfish eat? What is the food of starfish? Starfish eat. Starfish is present in the sea, and it depend upon different hard shells animals which lives in the sea. So what it do? How starfish eat that food? Starfish eats snail-like organisms. Snail is soft, covering is hard. So what starfish do? At the center, if you see here, the central part of starfish, at the center here, there is stomach. Starfish have stomach inside at the center part. What happens? Starfish removes its stomach outside. Starfish is removing its stomach outside the body. We can't do that, right? Our stomach cannot come out of the mouth. Starfish takes out the stomach out of the body and takes the soft part, like snail, soft part of the snail, it takes inside and shell is outside. The hard shell of snail is kept outside. It takes through the stomach and then again stomach goes back into the body. Then stomach will digest it and it will be used for the starfish. Okay, so this is about starfish. Next is octopus. So here octopus you can see, octopus is having vacuum-like structures. We have vacuum cleaner, so it has suckers. So, and different, you can say limbs or hands or legs. So all these hands of octopus have these suckers. So it sticks on the organism, it holds it, and then it takes inside the mouth, here in the mouth. Okay, so the way of two examples I showed you. One is starfish, how starfish take the food, how octopus. Octopus with the help of the suckers, different suckers are there with the help of that. Okay, and we humans with the help of hand. So these are the different modes of intake of food of living organisms. The next point which we will be discussing in short, and in the next video we will be discussing it very clearly. So the next part is this one about humans, about human nutrition and mainly human digestive system. So today I will be telling you the different parts of human digestive system, and in the next videos we will be discussing the functions, the role of these different organs present in digestive system. As you can see here, human digestive system, it is a system. We have different system: respiratory system, nervous system, digestive system, correct? Excretory system. So in that different systems we have human digestive system. Here we take the food. First organ of human digestive system is the buccal cavity or mouth. In mouth, tongue is there, salivary glands are there, right? Teeth are there, different kinds of teeth. All this we will be discussing later on very clearly. What kinds of teeth, what is the role of tongue, what is the role of salivary gland, all we will be discussing that. Here you can see. Okay. Then we have esophagus, the food pipe. So we take the food inside through mouth. Through esophagus it goes. Where it goes then? It goes to stomach. First food goes in the mouth, then then through esophagus it goes to stomach. Here in stomach, the food is digested, partially digested, then it goes to small intestine. Here you can see small intestine. Correct? So in small intestine, digestion process is completed. Again here we are having different other organs of the body. Lungs doesn't play any role in digestive system or digestion. Here we have liver, here we have pancreas, liver, gallbladder. This liver, gallbladder, bile duct, pancreatic duct or pancreas, all these are the important part of human digestive system. Then we have large intestine, here you can see appendix, right? Then rectum and then anus, and then all this, the zoom part, stomach, different parts are there, and these are the small intestine, different parts. Okay, so all this we will be discussing later on, what is the role of mouth and all other things. So till the time you can search different facts, interesting scientific facts of human digestive system. In chapter 1 we have learned one kind of nutrition, symbiosis. Okay, symbiosis, you remember the mutual benefit. So is there any kind of symbiosis in human being? Is there any microorganisms which are present in any part of digestive system which help us in digestion, and we are also helping them? Is there? You have to find out. Is there any symbiosis in our body? Is there any microorganism which survives in our digestive system? Okay, so this is work for you. In next video we will be discussing this. Till then, stay blessed. Thank you.